actually witness it.
Yep.
And how we determine when we want to say something to somebody or not. You know, that you really feel desire to witness to them, and then all of a sudden it's like gone. You know, and sometimes it can be us just going, I'm too scared. What if they ask a dumb question and I can't answer it? Well, the dumb ones are easy.
True.
You know, like, well, can God create a rock so big that he can't lift it? You know what the answer to that is, right?
Yeah, and lift it anyway.
No. Why would he want to?
And then there's
Got
the
a
question
reason,
of,
not confusion
did
and
Adam and
stuff.
Eve have belly buttons?
That's a good one.
And why do I care?
Maybe.
Did that really change our future as we know it?
Right. In the realm of things, you know, is that really important? Another way you can answer somebody is, why do you want to know?
Bait them.
Sure.
Make them talk so you can find out
But
where
you
they're
better be
at.
ready when you do that.
And I'm not good at that, so I
And
don't do
and that's
that.
kind of because it can take it into an antagonizing conversation.
Like attacking each other.
I have learned not to step on ground I don't know how to defend.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I don't know it in my head, but I'm not the kind of person that can go toe to toe with a person that is trying to tell me they don't believe in God and why they say that. And that sounds really stupid to say that I can't. I'm not saying I won't.
No.
I'm just sneaking up on you another way.
Well, that's not what your desire is.
I'm not
To go
a
toe to toe.
face-to-face person. I'll go, okay, I'll get you the
You
name.
club mode back to it.
I mean, like defending the faith kind of stuff, like apologetics kind of
Well,
stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I can defend the faith and say what I know, but
Right.
when someone is, I know, point blank out to break me over the coals, I go.
Well, you can't.
Yeah.
The problem is you can't prove his existence.
Right. I just don't do it
You
that way.
can, you can believe it and you can feel it for yourself, but you can't prove to someone
And you can make a
logically
very
or physically that they.
I mean,
that
you can
God
make a very
exists.
compelling argument, but
Right.
ultimately people aren't going to believe in anything they don't want to believe in. So, I mean, he can be staring them in the face and they might not know.
Now, what if you do get in a confrontation? What do you do? You didn't want it, but they started it.
Trying to get mad or offended yourself.
Yeah. Try not to lose your witness. Okay, but how do you end something like that? I mean, they're really.
Well, you're stinky.
That's not the way to do it.
That's usually how my argument then.
Well, that's some deodorant.
Well, I mean, they really got you like at work or somewhere, and there's
Oh,
there's
and
an
they're laying you out in
audience,
front
and
of
they are
everybody.
laying out questions that
That
you
actually
can't answer.
happened to me
What's happened to me
at
a
the
lot.
base.
Yeah.
And these old codger guys were standing there kind of making fun of me. And they said, oh, you got religion. And I'm like, just, leave me alone. I just didn't answer them. We were all kind of in the same room. And then, yeah, Debbie's a little goody girl. And it just went on and on and on. I'm like, first of all, we're at the base, and we are grown-ups, some of us. But I just finally whirled around and said, you all do not need to talk about things you don't know anything about.
Right. That's exactly what
And
you
they
need to
looked
do.
at the ground and felt stupid.
That's pretty good.
Of course, there's always the challenge of you don't want to intentionally make them feel stupid because they're going to harbor a grudge then, and then it'll be harder for them to come to God that way.
I'm really guilty of that. Like, really hurt people's feelings. I mean, not hurt people's feelings, but like she said, saying some other thing, not cursing at anything. But
Right.
like, and it's not good. It's just, I get mad. I'll get mad.
I guess really what you have to ultimately do is show them love, like if not during the confrontation, like afterwards, then just continue to be a loving person, treat them with respect, and, pray to God that they'll come around.
One of the ways that I've learned to, well, especially if you're at work, man, I'd love to continue this conversation, but I've got to get back to work. And then later on, when you see them again, thanks for your questions. Thanks for challenging my faith. I really appreciate that, because it leaves a door open. And they know that you're not going to stand there and just going to go say, my daddy said it, so it's law, or it's this way. They'll know that I can talk to you. And you'll be surprised how many people will come to you after that. If they know that they can trust you and talk to you, you'd be surprised how many people will come and, like my office, they come in and say, can I talk to you a few minutes? And sure, come sit down. talk about the problems or what's going on and how, and they'll ask you what you think, you know, and then that's when you say, well, that's why I rely on this. It's like a friend of mine, he was saying a couple of days ago, he says, well, he said, I don't know what the answers are. I said, I don't either. That's why I have to rely on the scripture.
For some reason, all the people that I talk to about that, or talk to me, whenever I mention that, they're like, well, how do you rely on that? So that's, when I first couldn't answer that question, that's when I started diving in and looking for archaeological evidence, not me personally, but
Right.
I mean, there's more evidence for the Bible and the Old Testament and the New Testament than there is for like Aristotle.
Evolution.
I mean, Aristotle and like,
Right.
not Alexander Greek. There's some other like,
Yeah, look at there.
yeah.
He's here.
Who's running PowerPoint?
I guess
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you pay for that haircut?
No.
I was gonna say somebody was mad at you, weren't they?
I did it.
You did it?
You
Okay.
are
It's
gonna-
self-loathing.
Now I'm just kidding with you, man.
Not healthy for you.